I'm confident that I can get people out, right? Like I feel like I've shown myself enough over the last 5 years that if I execute pitches, I can get good hitters out. I think the pinching moment came honestly before the game. Just sitting there and thinking through what I was about to do and where I am and the stage that I'm on, I think was more of the realization for me. The fact that I was preparing to pitch Game 2 of the World Series. I think that was probably more of the moment or whatever you want to call it.
It's now a 1-1 series. The Diamondbacks answer back tonight in Arlington, Texas, commanding victory over the Texas Rangers. They're en route soon.
Yeah.
Back to Arizona. I know you gave the scoop earlier, but
4 hours from last pitch. So by the time a lot of you are seeing this, they're going to be on the ground in Phoenix. I'd guess somewhere around 1 a.m.-ish or so. Isn't this fun? This is fun. This is sports. This is work. Were you working tonight? I'm just curious.
Felt like work at times, but not really. You're kind of just sitting there soaking it in. Yes, you're sitting high above everybody, but that's just like buying a normal ticket to a game up there, high in the stadium. So this is work. This is fun. It's fun to watch the Diamondbacks right now. Win or lose, this is a really fun team. We saw the speed continue to be a thing tonight. Tommy Pham just kept showing his version of speed at his age. And
Spurge kept leaning over to me. He's like, man, can you believe Tommy Pham? You kept leaning into me about him. I thought you were his agent or something. And then he gets picked off second base. But
picked off at second base.
We'll forget about that.
Yeah, trusted his speed a little too much.
A little bit of luck. The first at bat, the swing and bunt always helps to start your day. But Montgomery was throwing a really good sinker and changeup today, and I knew after my first at bat, my approach wasn't going to work against him today, so I kind of had to go to Plan B and work the right side to stay on that heavy sinker and that changeup, and it worked.
Merrill Kelly, that's the story tonight. Dominant.
Yeah, I think, man, it reminded me of Randy Johnson, didn't it? Those of you that I keep going back to 2001 like I'm that old dude, like this is the History Channel, but no, I mean, Randy in 2001 against the Yankees just dominated them, just blistered them and shut them down, and Merrill did the same thing tonight. Merrill was as good as a start as you would want out of him. And I thought it was interesting, the last time we saw Merrill Kelly, I was in Philadelphia. And he wasn't happy with Torey Lovello pulling him in Philadelphia. I think a lot of people saw that. And tonight, you and I were managing as they went into the sixth inning. It's like, well, if he gets, he's not going to face Seager, and then he just mows right through him.
I think this is the execution. If you look at the Philly game, at least Game 2, I think that's where I got beat. Is I just didn't execute well enough. So my focus since then, and even before then, but my focus since then was just purely pitch execution. Trying to just take one pitch at a time, almost the feel of this is the biggest pitch of the game. And then once that pitch is done, have the same mindset going forward as far as the next pitch.
I've been making some jokes here about this feed store or this barn that we call the stadium. And like a bunch of the crowd got up and it was the, hey honey, let's beat the traffic and let's get out of here. And that's in like the 7th inning of the World freaking Series that they were out of here. And so you guys have to bring it in Phoenix. I'm not one to like get all cheerleading and all that stuff, but you tell me, did this feel like a World Series atmosphere? I know it's your first one in person, but I did not feel it at all down here.
Yeah, yesterday didn't feel it as much. I mean, when everything happened in the 9th and then the 11th, I was downstairs on a little tiny monitor in front of the clubhouse, so didn't feel it. But tonight, before the game, it felt like an atmosphere that was much better.
Yeah.
I think coming in with a 1-0 lead, Texas Rangers fans felt better. But as the Diamondbacks kept scoring, that went away. So I expect a little more at Chase Field from the Diamondbacks fans as far as just bringing that atmosphere. And they brought it so far in the postseason. It's been mostly road games for this team, but Chase Field's been rocking, and the players were saying it tonight in the clubhouse. They expect nothing but even more energy than they've already felt, which has been phenomenal for them.
Yeah, very excited. I can't wait to get back and see what the energy is like. I got a feeling it's going to be electric.
Definitely a good feeling. Happy to go home and be in front of that crowd. It's been a while since the Diamondback fans have seen World Series being played on at Chase Field, so it's going to be really fun.
Here's the deal, Jordan. The Diamondbacks are going to win this World Series. They're going to win this World Series. They are the better team. This isn't the hometown rah-rah sportscast guy. I'm not wearing any red, right? I'm not doing that nonsense. This is just simply who has better team speed. The Diamondbacks do. Who has better pitching? Supposedly, Eovaldi and Montgomery were so good, and the Diamondbacks had their way with them. So really, it's a seawalled pitch. They got smoked out of here last night. They're that close to being up 2-0. And so I look at it and say, sure, Texas isn't dead, but I think there's a really good opportunity that you and I are not going to come back here to the feed store. We're not going to come back here to the barn. That there's an opportunity for Phoenix to go absolutely crazy, and it's just simply the eyeball test. I just had my eyes checked. My eyes are good. My eyeball test is saying the Diamondbacks are the better looking baseball team by a long ways in this series.
Double-digit hits in both games. Yesterday it was 10 walks, which you're not going to see from the Diamondbacks again. They don't walk batters. This pitching staff, they do not walk guys. Yesterday was the exception, and at the end of the game it did cost them. This does feel like a 5-game series. Texas has won every game on the road, though, so you can't count them out at all. But this does feel like it could be a 5-game series for the Diamondbacks. So right now there's a lot of reason for buzz in Phoenix.
Yep, so we're going to wrap it up from here, and tomorrow's a workout, and then we'll be at the ballpark. Brandon Pfaadt will pitch on Monday. Great work here, nicely done. Thanks to Santan Ford and Tim Hovick for supporting us on all of our travels throughout the years. That's why we're here. That's why we do what we do.
Let's get some sleep, catch a flight. We'll see you all for Game 3.